Welcome to Not Your Average Cruise Channel, where the ordinary ends and the ocean begins. I'm Sean, and this is my wife Juanita, and after years of dreaming, planning, and wondering what if, we decided to do something a little crazy. We're selling our home, downsizing our lives, and trading square footage for the open seas. That's right, soon we'll be cruising full time. These pictures are the beginning of our story, the before moments, the foundation of the journey, and we're building from the ground up. From packing up memories to chasing new horizons to learning what it really takes to make the ocean our home. And we want you right here with us every step, every wave, every adventure. So subscribe, hop aboard, and join us as we turn a wild dream into an everyday reality. Welcome to the cruise, and welcome to Not Your Average Cruise Channel. Cruisers, yes. We love cruising. That's from the start. That's the easy part. So, what's the rest, right? So, you want to know what's going on with the rest of the story. Well, I'll tell you. I was one who was very resistant to cruising. Gave my wife a pretty hard time about it. She always wanted to cruise. I was not in favor of it. Put it off. We did a lot of other bucket list things like we did road trips with the boys. We loved it. Our best road trips were not planned. We kind of just went 90 miles per hour wherever the job stopped and brakes started. We're like, oh, hey, let's take a road trip. And the idea at that time was we would go wherever the direction we thought the wind was blowing. Not even the wind was blowing that way. We just went. Um, we joke about it now, uh, some 10, some 15 years later. Uh, we joke that our best road trips, they weren't planned. They happen at the spur of the moment. They happen at the last minute, and we decide to go West Coast or East Coast. And enjoy one of the coastlines. Went somewhere to a beach, and that's kind of how it started. But really and truly, that was the break. That's how we treated the breaks. With our careers, another video we'll talk about what I do, but that's what we did. We enjoyed our breaks, and we would take week long trips. So fast forward to 2024. Um, my wife decides, I don't know, coming out of the Christmas holidays and after New Year's, and we get started back working, and so around the middle of January, she says, we're going to take a cruise. And she calls her brother, says, okay, I could take your daughter, my niece can come with us. I'm like, okay. So listen to this. I'm like, all right. She's like, yeah, we're going to do this. And we're going to settle out of New Orleans. Me having no background um, for a couple weeks, probably 3 weeks. And keep in mind, this is the middle of January. We're going to sell the middle of March, so didn't really find a groove in terms of what to see, where to find information. And then that's how me and YouTube first started our little relationship because I was all over YouTube trying to figure out where we're going after about 3 weeks. Um, and the reason I say 3 weeks is because it took me that long just to download the app, just to download the Carnival app. So eventually I download the Carnival app and I start looking through it and this just still doesn't work for me, right? Right. So I did not get it right. I will be honest. I didn't get it right. I don't know what I downloaded. Whatever it wasn't the right thing for sure. Right. Like I downloaded something, um, however the sign up was wrong. It was just all wrong. Profiles all wrong. So what we eventually did about a week out from the cruise, then she finally realized, oh, he's kind of liking this maybe, because I've been resistant to cruising all that time for all these years. We've been together, we've been married over 20 years, and so I've been resistant all that time. So she started to see me doing different things, sharing videos. And I think he got an inclination that, yeah, my husband might like what we're about to do, right? So eventually, I I try and log in. I've messed up the profile, which we didn't even fix until at least a year later, right? We had already taken another cruise before we even fixed that. So we get on the ship. Somehow it works out. There's a muster station issue, probably related to the whole profile issue not being right. Um, but eventually we cleared the muster station. Our next step was just to go around and see the boat. And the ship we're on, right? The ship we were on was the Valor before dry dock. And I watched Highway to Paradise. I loved it. After I realized I love cruising, that was my next stop, Highway to Paradise, right? So I I I, I know it's for dry dock because I saw her video on what the Valley looks like now, and no, it didn't look like that then. We're taking a spring break cruise, cruising out of New Orleans. There are high school age students on there, and they are living it up. It's spring break. They're college age students. They're living it up. There are adults who think they're like 18. They're living it up. And so it was a rocking cruise. But I will say this, um, where there were times we could find our peace, right? And I got to see things. And I think I have some photos from that. And putting that footage together as well. And so you'll have a Valor photo, but it'll just be for in terms of what the trip was like because it's been dry dock and it looks very, very good now. So after that cruise, right, a couple of things happened. Well, first and foremost, I I leave over $100 in the casino, and of course I don't know the rules. I don't know what's going on with Carnival, so I don't know the rules. So I go to the casino. I tend to play the low volatility machines, right? So we'll talk a little bit about low volatility on another video that's coming out, but I tend to play low volatility machines. I like the extended play. So I won't say exactly how much was wagered because um, I'm pretty sure uh, that you'll get the idea when I say I play for hours for the price of a dinner, maybe a nice dinner. I mean, when I say hours, hours, and I wasn't down, right? So not only was I up on this low volatility machine, I'm playing for hours. So I'm talking 3, 4, 4.5. I think 4.5 was my max on any given day off the same initial bet. And I'm also giving money to my wife who isn't having as much luck as I am, right? Because it's all up, right? So don't think you're going to get on the Valor and do same thing I did, especially if you have a gambling habit. That's a good way to go broke real fast because you're going to chase what I did, and it's not going to be there for you, right? It's all about the machine. There's no way to predict that stuff. If so, we'd all be millionaires by now, right? So it's not happening. Check. I would say consult Gamblers Anonymous and let's really let them talk you through the fact that that's not going to happen. I will say, just to go down a little rabbit trail, when I play a low volatility machines a lot, and it doesn't always work out for me, right? So that's got to understand that. I just took a casino trip this past weekend. Went up to WinStar there in Oklahoma, one of the largest casinos in the world, and low volatility the whole weekend, and did not do well at all. So it doesn't low volatility doesn't guarantee success, but it does slow your play a little bit. So put in several hours. I'm cashing out a little bit, making sure I have my wife gets a steady flow from the extra, so it's not hitting our budget. Um, and I don't know how to cash out on the last day, so I just get off the ship, right? I mean, it's my first cruise, so yeah, I just get off. Later, at some point, I'm looking because I didn't want my wife to know, but I really enjoyed that cruise. Like I was like, that was the moment for me, and I didn't want to share. I don't know, didn't want to tell her how much I really liked it. So we end up. I get off that ship, and when I get off that ship, I leave over $100 on the card because I don't know how to cash out. Just keep going. I look it up 30 days later, and they tell me how to get that how to get that money. And the best part about that though is I'm like, well, okay, they're gonna mail it to me. And so about 45 days later, a check arrives with my name on it, and it has the money that I left on Valor. And it's like, oh, okay, at the casino. I did not think anything of it. Let me share why.